Another great night of sports tonight. 10 hockey games, 5 of them day games. Tell me why.
Holiday.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
But Canada celebrates that too, I guess. Right? Formerly known as, when we were working back in the day, Tony, it was Columbus Day. But now it's Indigenous Peoples Day. So no mail today.
What?
You don't have to go to the mailbox. You're not getting any mail today.
Don't go to the bank.
Don't go to the bank. Banks are closed. This is one of those holidays where people get mad at federal workers. My brother-in-law used to say to me, I wish I could get off that day. And you know what I would say? I tell you what, I'm going to let you have that day and any of the other days that are off that you don't get, and I'll take day after Thanksgiving, which you get every year.
Christmas
I'll
Eve.
take Christmas Eve, which you get every year.
New Year's Eve.
Yes, absolutely. And he said, no, it's okay.
Yeah, but you guys never work. And you know what? They might shut the government down, John.
Yeah.
Too late.
Oh, good call. Did I miss something? I don't watch the news. M&M Cartage Hotline's open, 384-1450. 502-384-1450 if you'd like to join in on the conversation. I don't know if Scooter will answer the phone. He's on such a high right now. He's so high above the phone, he can't even reach
Well, I heard he didn't even drive in here today. He just floated.
He just floated on in.
Didn't even need a Red Bull.
The Game Day Men's Health text line is open as well, 414-1450. Game Day Men's Health, redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. Hit me up on the text line, 502-414-1450.
Can we do a 3-hour show today?
I mean, we got a lot.
Man.
We got a lot. But it all begins and ends with the third-ranked Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aren't you getting tired of talking about this today, Scoot?
Heck no, Tony. Heck no.
How many of the 60 minutes in Sunrise with Scoots today was devoted to Hoosier football?
Not as much as you would think. Maybe 22 minutes or so.
No way.
Yeah.
You didn't go more than half the show.
I mean, I had to talk about the rest of college football and the NFL and
baseball.
How much of the Matt Dennison show will be about Indiana football?
I would say 33 minutes.
How much did Michael Bennett allow just the Cats to be about Indiana football?
Minute and a half.
I said 2.
Not enough time.
There's a lot to like here if you're an Indiana fan. I watched it on tape delay because Tony and I had to be at a wedding. But
how come Tony isn't wearing the Oregon shirt today?
I don't know. He's got the Miami Redhawks hat on.
That was a big game. They beat Akron.
They did beat the Zips. We're going to start. In fact, we're going to start with that. No, let's not. Indiana is 6-0. The new head coach at Penn State is doing a great job at IU right now, but next year's head coach at Penn State is doing a fantastic job. Or Florida. Maybe he'll be at Florida.
He's not leaving.
No comments?
He's not leaving.
They got to open. They're going to bring the Brinks truck in,
Kentucky
baby.
job will be open. Wouldn't that be the greatest if Signetti went to Kentucky? Oh, my God.
Scoot, you better call Mark Cuban right now and tell him to bring the truck.
And Mellencamp.
I'm not worried, y'all. I'm not worried.
You know what? You say that every week, and you've been right every week.
That's right.
He has. But here's the thing. It's not that he's leaving. They're just going to have to pay him now.
Yes, that's true. And I think they're okay with that.
I think they are, too. But we saw what happened at Kentucky when they got hot, huh?
Yes, we did. Boy, careful how much the buyout you agree to.
Yeah. Make sure on the buyouts. Ugh.
Indiana has 0 5-stars, 7 4-stars, and according to 247 Talent Composite, the 72nd most talented roster in the sport.
Behind Boston
3
College.
spots behind Boston College. Oh.
That shows that means nothing.
This coaching job, and when you say coaching job, you have to add what they did in the portal and recruiting has been incredible. It's been incredible.
James Madison, he did a great job at James Madison, and he brought those guys, and then he built around them.
And he's brought a quarterback in each year that has been spectacular.
Yeah.
I found myself wondering on Saturday, well, who's coming in next year to be our quarterback?
Scooter.
I started going through the best
don't do that.
quarterbacks in the country. Who's coming?
Enjoy this.
Oh, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, don't look
there
ahead.
There is no reason to look ahead.
No, you live in the moment.
I've forgotten last year's quarterback's name.
Curtis Rourke.
There you go. I could not have come up with that. because Fernando Mendoza, Mendoza has been so good. And here's why he passed the test on Saturday. When he threw the pick six, which was a bad throw, and gave Oregon, he came right back. There was not a stutter. There was not a oh no moment. He just said, okay, that happened. Let's move on. 30-20 was the final. As I mentioned, the Hoosiers are up to number 3 in the country.
Highest ranking ever.
Scooter's going to get mad at me here. And
here we go.
I'm just reading points here.
Here we go.
I just pulled up Oregon's schedule, and this has nothing to do
I
against
ain't playing
Indiana.
nobody, Paul.
Oh, man. MTST. I don't know. I had to look at it.
They're Montana State.
They're powerhouse, Tony.
They killed Oklahoma State.
Everybody does.
They killed Northwestern.
Not everybody does.
Oregon State.
Who just fired their coach.
Won by 6 over Penn State, who fired their coach and beat Oregon. So I think they're great. And I think number 3 in the country, heck, put them 2. They deserve it.
Well, after Louisville
I'm starting to worry about Oregon.
After the Cards upset Miami this weekend, then Indiana will be up at number 2. Well, no, they'll still be behind Ohio State.
We did get 5 first-place votes, though, which is pretty cool.
It's the eye test is really, it says something.
I agree.
The eye test is really good. Mendoza, 20 of 31, 250 yards, a touchdown, the big touchdown to Elijah Surratt at the end, toward the end of the game. That was an incredible throw. And they were on the same page. I'm going to throw it short, come back and get it. The interception was a pick 6. Hemby, 19 carries for 70 tough yards and 2 touchdowns. And Surratt, 8 for 121 and a touchdown. And here's what I've said this for, how many weeks have I said this, Scooter? Nobody talks about the defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to start talking about the defense.
They're disgusting.
6 sacks, 2 interceptions, total yardage, 267 for the Oregon Ducks at home.
Didn't do anything in the fourth
That's
quarter.
That's unbelievable. The Hoosiers just beat the team. This is from John Alden. I give him credit. Just beat the team with the longest regular season winning streak and the longest home winning streak, and the first win on the road against a top 5 opponent.
That's the most impressive thing to me, going to the West Coast and playing at Oregon and handling them fairly well. I'm looking to see how if Indiana can move up in the next few weeks. Miami has a better shot in losing than Ohio State.
Well, sure.
Does. I got Ohio State here at Wisconsin.
Terrible.
Penn State at home.
Well, we'll see. But
at Purdue. UCLA travels to Ohio State.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, they're hot. They're hot.
Don't just skip over at Purdue there.
Rutgers comes to Ohio State, and then they end the season with Michigan.
No, they end the season in the Big Ten championship game with Indiana.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
If they played tomorrow, and I don't know the answer to this, what's the spread? Let's just say it's a neutral site.
7.5.
Yeah, I was going to say Ohio State, Indiana 7.5.
I like it. I like where your head's at. By the way, that game's in Indianapolis.
Yep.
So,
and
just saying.
Hurt.
Now,
Ohio State's going to hold.
They're going to get as many tickets as Indiana does. They're going to use as many tickets.
But that ticket would be worth a lot of money if you had one.
I know you all say don't look ahead, but it's really hard to not look ahead with this team and start thinking about, holy smokes, they can realistically go 12-0.
I mean, that text I sent, Scoot, I meant that.
As a fan base, you can look ahead. You can now. Kurt Cignetti can't look ahead. His guys are going to be beat into their heads not to look ahead, because you got a Michigan State team coming in off a home loss to UCLA Saturday. They're 3-3.
Michigan State's awful.
Then you got UCLA, who I still think is awful, even though they've won 2 in a row.
Isn't that amazing?
Maybe Deshaun Foster was the problem.
Isn't it amazing they were as bad as they were, and I don't care who they were playing.
Yeah.
And they've won 2 games.
And I haven't looked ahead. Who they got left that's formidable?
You've got a game at Maryland. You're at Penn State.
All right.
Then you finish at home with Wisconsin, and then you're at Purdue.
That's
11-1 at worst.
But that double dip there at Penn State, and who was before that? At Maryland. Maryland's a team nobody talks about.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. They're not great.
Penn State's not.
But they're pretty good. Well, Penn State took Oregon to overtime.
That's what worries me.
Tony says the jury's out on Oregon.
That's what worries me.
See, we can't just praise Indiana.
It's always got to be because
Right.
of something
No,
else.
And it's not just Indiana.
No,
It's other teams, too. It's Texas Tech, right?
Yeah.
Who else? It's Ole Miss. It's
Ole Miss
Texas.
almost gets beat.
They were terrible. They
Washington
stunk.
State?
Ole Miss was awful. I watched the first
I
half
saw some of it.
plus
too.
of that game. They're awful. But in Ole Miss at home, they win it, 24-21? They barely win the game.
But it doesn't matter what Oregon
it doesn't
is. It's
matter.
what IU is.
Exactly. And, Ole Miss gets the same treatment because they're in the SEC with Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Texas, whoever else you want to mention. Ole Miss and A&M, they're fifth and fourth in the poll. They get the same treatment. Well, maybe that Alabama team's not too good this year. Maybe that Georgia team's not too good. Indiana, same thing.
Yeah.
Well, Oregon, I don't know about the Ducks. We were really high on them, but they haven't beaten anybody. Penn State obviously stinks, and they had to go to overtime to beat them. That's what people say. That's just reaction.
Oklahoma moves way up.
I mean, look what
Texas
Indiana
beat-
did to Illinois. Beat them by 53.
I think
Ohio
that-
State beat them by 18. That means Indiana's going to beat Ohio State
No,
by 35,
can't play
baby.
There you go.
Can't play
Transitive property.
Can't play the transitive. I know you're a math major. You can't do that. You can't do it. I don't know if you're a math major, but if you are, you can.
Ooh.
And you know you can.
I'm going to bet against that one.
Up next. By the way, Indiana had 326 offensive yards compared to that 267 for Oregon. So they won every statistical battle. I dare say this was more than a 10-point game.
Yeah,
They
felt like
they outplayed Oregon by more than 10. They just had that pick six, which changes the score. Up next, Michigan State. That's a 3:30 Peacocker next week, Scoots.
Peacock.
3:30 on the Peacock.
You playing golf then?
I might have to.
You should.
How'd
I'm
y'all
not
play?
wor- I'm not worried about
How'd you
Michigan.
play?
So
Horrible.
what time did you play?
We teed off at 1.
Okay, so are you aware of what's going on while you're on the 15th, 16th, 17th
So
hole?
I did the thing where I brought my wireless earbuds just in case. It turns out it was the right decision because everybody on the course felt like they were an Indiana fan. I mean, I heard screaming from 6-7 holes away, like Hoosiers chants, and it was wild. So I was glad I ended up bringing my earbuds. And Tony, to answer your question, I played like absolute garbage until 3:30 when I put my earbud in, and then every shot I had after that was incredible.
Well,
So I need to do that more often.
Yeah.
you need to
Tape that IU
tape
games
a
and
game
go on the golf
and
course
just
and
listen to it while you're.
Something about the soothing voice of Don Fisher.
I love Don Fisher. Always have.
Well, how many drinks did you have by then?
A couple.
Well, that probably helped too. The slugger always tells me, "Gotta get that swing oil in there."
Swing oil. That's right. 3:30 next week at home against Michigan State. You want to play guess the spread, or you already know it, Scooter?
Let's go. Oh,
Excuse
man.
me, by the way.
Where's it at?
12.5?
Indiana.
I was-
12 and a half.
I'm going higher.
They're Ohio State now, Scooter. They're Alabama. They're not Indiana.
19.5.
17 and a half.
26 and a half. This is Ohio State, baby.
And you know what John always says, Scoot? Vegas, no.
Vegas knows.
Wait, hold on. Timeout. Against Michigan State, Indiana is 26.5.
I didn't stutter.
What world are we living in?
Over under 53 and a half, by
You
the
better
way.
enjoy the world you're living in.
Enjoy
Holy
it.
In the
moly.
moment. Live in the moment.
Louisville fan has been in this moment,
Yeah.
right? Kentucky fan has been in this moment.
Not quite that moment.
Well, the moment
But for
changes.
them, yeah.
1976, Kentucky was 10-1 and beat Penn State. Louisville, remember the year they were having and Rutgers
chopping
got in the
wood.
way?
Yeah,
But
started
they
chopping
had
wood.
this moment.
They had it.
We're talking about this moment right now, 6-0. Schedule looks great. Team looks great. Nobody's hurt. Coach is exactly what you needed at Indiana, and everybody's happy.
Coach Signetti did something at the end of the game I have not seen out of him in a year and a half.
I'm listening.
Complimented the other team.
He smiled.
Well,
This man smiled.
first of all, they got him. The woman reporter got him right after the game, and then he got to sit at the desk with Neuheisel and all those other dudes.
So they were on site.
Jason Taylor and all those guys. So he was lapping it up. There's no doubt about it. He had jokes. He
probably dry jokes.
Yeah, very dry, but he was humorous. But it's easy to be when you're 6-0.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
easy to do.
Don't you think the best thing about this is they do have Michigan State next week? Because you could really be looking at
give me a home game.
Somebody that you felt like
give me a home game against a terrible team every time after a big road upset.
Because you're going to listen. They're all listening to all the praise. They're kids still. They're young adults.
You know what's going to happen on campus today and tomorrow?
Oh man,
you guys are great. Patch on the back.
Let me have your autograph.
It hadn't been like this forever here.
All right, I ask y'all every Monday how many undefeated teams are left.
What was it last week? It was like 30
15.
something. 15? Okay.
11.
Oregon. I'll go higher. I'll go 12.
2 points, Tony. It is 11.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know it was worth points. He took my answer.
King.
He took my answer. All right, we'll talk about Louisville's upcoming game. It's a Friday nighter in Miami. Texas coming to Lexington this weekend. Indiana fans should enjoy both of those games as well. Baseball underway. The championship series. AL started last night. NL starts tonight. NFL to talk about, and James Franklin, as I mentioned, fired at Penn State. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big X. Welcome back. Hey. Beers on Sports. Scooter on everything today.
Yeah.
M&M Cartage Hotline's open 384-1450.
Actually, I don't need anything.
384-1450. Go ahead.
Nothing will get me the high like Indiana football, baby.
Game Day Men's Health text line is open as well. 414-1450. Got a couple texts. Scooter, you want to read the text? Because you're probably going to like them.
Sure.
I'm just guessing on that, actually.
Let me see here. It's taking its time for me.
Oh.
All right, here we go. The IU coordinators are the key going forward. Their price is going up. Speaking of, what do you guys think about this Big Ten Enterprises $2 billion deal?
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
What's it mean?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Is it just more NIL money, which is what I'm guessing each school will get more NIL money?
I just know that each school is going to get a 9-figure sum. I don't really know what else.
Yeah, but what are they getting for it? They just don't give you money.
One of them gets to pay James Franklin $49 million. But other than that, I don't know what the other teams are doing.
They don't come in and give you billions of dollars and don't expect something in return.
I don't know.
Good football.
I don't know. Great question. I wish I knew the answer.
All right, next one says.
I wish I cared enough to go home and research it, but I don't.
Next one says, John Sig going to UK would be like Ryan Day going to Western Kentucky.
Oh, a shot at the program in
Love
Lexington.
There. Great text.
Woo, I thought he was going to say Michigan. Ryan Day going to Michigan. No, okay. All right. Well, we'll see when he goes to Kentucky. We'll see what you're talking about next year when they open up the coffers after they pay Stoops, what, $30 million? Whatever it is?
I'd be so sick.
You see what they paid Franklin?
49, right?
49 million.
Yeah.
I just said that.
Oh, but I mean, they're not doing that in one lump. At Kentucky, if they fire Stoops,
it's here. Here's a check
up front.
Here's one check.
Crazy.
So James Franklin won 104 games in 12 seasons. Well, he was in his 12th season.
That's crazy.
At Penn State. Penn State, by the way, the first team since the FCS and FBS split a long time ago to lose 2 in a row as 20-plus point favorites.
Yeah, I saw that.
He is 4-21 against the top 10. He was 1-18 against the Big Ten top 10. When a Big Ten team was in the top 10 and he played them, his Penn State teams were 1-18. His record against Indiana is 9-1, so it's good to get him out of the conference, Scooter. He won't be there to go 9-2.
Love it.
Michigan 3-7. Ohio State 1-10. So 4-17 against Ohio State and Michigan. He is 10-0 against Rutgers. Got to give him that. 3-3 against Northwestern. That'll get you fired. 5-5 against Michigan State. 1-1 now against UCLA after the loss last week.
Ooh.
So, he won a lot of games, but he didn't beat the right teams. Remember when who was the guy at Ohio State, Tony, that got fired when he was 10-1? John Cooper. Couldn't beat Michigan. 10-1, couldn't beat Michigan. Well, you're fired. That's how it goes. I don't know where Penn State goes. Obviously, interim coach, one of the coordinators to finish out the season. With $49 million there, plus aren't they refurbishing the stadium at a cost of, I don't know, $50 million? They're doing something like that. I don't know where, of course, if that $2 billion comes through, I guess they'll have the money. Won't be a big deal to hire a new coach. But if you're Penn State, you got to get a big name, Tony. You're in the Big Ten. You're not in the, you're not in the American Athletic Conference. No offense to those teams, but you got to get a big-time coach. James Franklin, he followed Joe Paterno, if I'm not mistaken, right? Was he the guy after Joe Paterno? Oh, Bill O'Brien was in there in the middle, I think. Mm-hmm. Bill O'Brien was in there. Maybe Franklin heads back to Vanderbilt as an assistant coach. I'm not a James Franklin fan, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
I never liked him. I thought he was cocky.
Maybe they get Vandy's coach.
They might get Clark Lee. I don't know if you go to Vandy for the second time for your head coach. I don't know if that's the move. But in any event, he's out. All right, Louisville at Miami Friday night, 7 o'clock ESPN. We love it when it goes up against high school football.
Do you see what this spread is?
I did. Scooter, you want to play guess the spread on that one?
Who was it again?
Louisville at Miami Friday night.
Oh, I know this.
Okay. 13.5. Do you think it's high or low?
I didn't think it would be that high.
I didn't either.
Well, you lose to Virginia at home. You know, you are 4-1.
That lost to Virginia, man.
You know, I'm not saying you should have beat Virginia, but you could have beat Virginia.
You were there.
Could have been 5-0. 2 defensive touchdowns is what beat you. You out gained them in yardage by a lot. But, you know, scoop and score an interception return for a touchdown will kill you every time. And you lose it in overtime. I'm with you. I'm a little surprised it's not more like 9.5. 13.5 seems like a high number. 53.5 over under in that game as well.
Figured that.
And of course, Miami's number 2 in the country, ranked 5-0. They've been very impressive in their wins. They beat Notre Dame. They beat Florida State in Tallahassee, although Florida State lost at home to Pitt this week.
They're 0-3 in the conference.
How good is that? How good is that win now? They beat Florida. That obviously doesn't prove anything. Yeah. So Miami, while the schedule looks good, maybe you start wondering about the strength of that schedule. Texas at Kentucky. Can you believe that is the ESPN 7 o'clock game Saturday night?
Did you see the line on this game?
I did. I'm shocked. Scooter, did you see the line on this one?
Yeah, I'm shocked as well.
I thought at least 2 touchdowns. 11.5.
I got 10.5 on
Vegas knows. I don't know what they know about Cutter Boley or Arch Manning.
Does Texas not stop the run?
Are they only bringing 1 bus of players instead of 6? I don't know what's going on here.
Got a week to prepare for them.
They just beat what we think is a pretty good Oklahoma team, 23-6. Now, this is a little bit of a letdown theory. You got the Red River rivalry. You blow them out, and now you go on the road in conference against a lesser opponent. So maybe that's got a little bit to do with it. But over-under 43.5. Can anybody score in this game?
Yeah. Their Texas schedule after this is at Mississippi State, at home against Vanderbilt, and at Georgia.
Well, that's not a look ahead.
No.
I mean, Mississippi State's
4-2.
Mississippi State?
Yeah.
Widely considered, though, in the preseason, the worst team in the conference, although I think Kentucky give them a run for their money right now. And I looked at this Kentucky schedule again today, Tony. I don't know where that 4th win is. And that's if Tennessee Tech's the 3rd win. Because I got a great stat on Tennessee Tech. Scooter, did you hear this one?
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you this the other day? Did I bring this up?
I think I heard this from Roush.
They are averaging 56.5 points a game. And they're in the top 10 in the FCS top 25 poll. And they'll come to Kroger Field on November 15th. But
probably be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Well, you win that game. I just looking at the schedule, Tony. Where is win number 4?
This week.
You know, for just a second there, I thought he was serious. I did. I thought he was serious. All right. Texas or Tennessee, maybe one of those two. Florida, maybe. Because Florida's dysfunctional.
Yeah.
They can play very well.
They can quit.
They can play very well, or they can stink it up. Yeah. So that's possible. I guess Vandy's.
They had the 5th toughest schedule in the country to start the season. They did not need that.
Well, Vanderbilt's ranked 17th now. They're still undefeated. They're one of those 11 undefeated teams.
It's got to be one of those.
No, they lost.
They lost. I'm sorry. They lost to Alabama. Lost to Alabama. Sorry.
But when they did Kentucky's schedule and said it was the 5th hardest in the country, they weren't planning on Vanderbilt having 1 loss.
Or Tennessee Tech being a top 5 team in the FCS either. Oh, my God. What else happened in college football this weekend? Well,
Georgia Tech, the Rambling Wreck of Georgia Tech. Heard about it Saturday night.
6-0.
6-0, baby.
They beat Virginia Tech 35-20. 6-pack, by the way. 2-3-1.
What'd you say it was going to be, Scoot?
I thought I said 3-3.
Okay.
I got the tie with Alabama against Missouri. I had Missouri +3. So I got the tie with that one.
You should make those havers.
The winner was USC, who was really my favorite pick. I told everyone that one was painful.
Well, you know, we do those picks in a thing, and you pick Arizona State in the middle of the week, and then their quarterback doesn't play.
I didn't know that. In fact, I mean, I didn't know it on Friday when I made the pick. Now, I don't know who I would have put in that spot. Probably would have been a loss anyway, but you can't take them back.
Yep.
2-1, 1-2 in the pros. I had the Dolphins, who lost but covered. I don't know how much longer Mike McDaniel's in there. Because Tua now is going to the press talking about guys missing mandatory meetings and the locker room's a mess. No leadership there, so I don't. He may be gone by the end of this program. My losers were Dallas. Tony and Big Al had Carolina.
Thank you.
I got to give them credit. In fact, two of their 3 wins, they were 3-1 with one left tonight, were my losses. One of them was Dallas. I had Dallas. -3. They can score on anybody.
They sure can't
They
stop
can't
anybody.
stop anybody.
Do you like those uniforms the Panthers had
I
on?
actually did. They were a little
I didn't think
loud.
you would.
They were a little loud, but I liked them. 30-27 was the final. And then I had the Lions last night. That should have been a great game. It was not. It was a rout.
As soon as everybody gives up on the Chiefs, that's what happens.
But I don't know what happened because I had the volume on the baseball game. But the play on the first drive where Detroit scored, what was the penalty? Goff was under center. He goes in motion, and they actually throw it to him. They snapped it to Montgomery, I think. He throws it. Goff juggles it. He looks like a quarterback trying to catch a pass. But he does hold on to it, get into the end zone. They call a touchdown. Everybody's celebrating. And all of a sudden they called some kind of penalty. I know Dan Campbell wasn't happy about it. By the way, do you know who had no penalties last night? Kansas City at home.
Not a single one?
0 penalties.
What?
Which may have led to the fight. Did you see the fight after the game?
Yeah, it's not a fight.
You know what?
Brian Branch threw a punch.
Should be suspended.
And Dan Campbell pretty much said, we don't do that. I've apologized to Coach Reed. Branch says he was blocked in the back on one of the last drives of the game by Smith-Schuster. He went after Juju after the game. And there was a melee. There was a fracas.
What happened was Mahomes tried to shake hands with him.
And he walked right
and he
past
just
him.
stiffed him. So Smith-Schuster came over and said something, and then he took once again, take a swing at a guy's head with a helmet on.
He knocked him down.
Oh, he did not.
He hit him and he fell down.
That was the definition of a flop.
Yeah, that was a flop. You're
not getting a penalty when the game's over. Why you're flopping? Be a man. Fight back.
No, you just walk away.
Oh, God. So that was my loser. Detroit loses to the Chiefs 30-17. Okay, is anybody on the Chiefs or back bandwagon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me.
I'm not.
I still think they're good.
I'm not on that bandwagon.
They get Rashee Rice back this week. I'm telling you, that changes everything.
I don't know, man.
My son sits there and complains about Mahomes, and then I just look at him and go, you don't have to like him, but he's so good.
Well, he is so good.
He's so good.
But
he
you know
makes
what?
plays when there's nothing there.
I don't know how old he is, but he's not
30.
He's not getting any younger either.
He's 30 years old.
Kelsey's not getting any younger.
They still.
Chris Jones, who got a lot of grief for not hustling, he's not getting any younger.
I still wouldn't want to play him. Would you, Scoot?
I think you do want to play him because that means you're in the playoffs.
That's a good point.
You do want to play him.
Well, you hope they're in the playoffs. They're not in the playoffs.
Well, they're 3-3, and you guys are back on the bandwagon.
They're in the playoffs.
I mean, that win the win over Baltimore certainly doesn't look as good anymore. Is that fair? Oh, my God. The poor Ravens.
Yeah, but Lamar played.
I know. And then Cooper Rush, they have to take him out of the game yesterday.
That's what I made the point on my show this morning. If there's anybody out there that thinks Lamar's not a great quarterback, look at the Ravens without him.
Yep. I agree, Scoot. 100%.
All right. How about this? Joe Flacco was pretty good yesterday.
I thought he was, too.
Mm-hmm. That was my pick of the week.
Plus the 14?
Yep.
Packers win at 27-18. Jamar Chase really good. And I
Joe
love
Flacco figured that out real quick, didn't he?
Don't you love the fact that the defensive back did a little gritty after he knocked a pass, and on the next play,
you just don't
Chase scored a touchdown and did the gritty himself? Like, this is how you do the gritty.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Is Tampa Bay for real?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to go yes. They beat San Francisco. Now, the poor Niners.
Yeah.
They lose Fred Warner for the year. They lose one of their best defensive players in Bosa a couple weeks earlier. Now they lose their best defensive player, Fred Warner, for the season, dislocated and broken ankle. How do you do both?
I don't know, man.
Did Brock Purdy play?
No, Mac Jones played.
So you've had to deal with the Brock Purdy injury. Yep. George Kittle's been out. I mean, it's been a bad year.
Tampa Bay is legit though. 5-1, they win that game 30-19, and they're chanting MVP in Tampa every time Baker goes back to pass.
Well, can you all believe that the 49ers have everybody hurt and Christian McCaffrey is not?
He's the one guy not hurt.
Hey,
that is hard to believe.
But the injury story of the weekend were the Indianapolis Colts.
Pregame?
Is that the craziest thing you've ever seen? Two guys get hurt in pregame?
Anthony Richardson.
A band snapped.
You know those elastic bands they stretch with, snapped and hit him in the eye. Orbital
Take him to the hospital.
Had to take him to the hospital in pregame. And then a defensive back,
Ward, whatever, all-pro corner,
collides
with a tight end.
With a teammate as they're just throwing passes in pregame in sweatpants. And he's out for the game.
Concussion protocol.
But
That's
the
wild.
Colts are 5-1. They beat Arizona 31-27.
Yep.
They beat Arizona without Kyler Murray. Good old Jacoby Brissett, who had a good game.
Did you hear them chanting MVP?
To Daniel Jones?
Yeah, baby.
And let's get to Tony's and Big Al's first winner this week. Jets. Jets. They cover, although they're now 0-6. 13-11 in London. Denver gets the win. And if you're a Jets fan, you got to watch Aaron Rodgers go 4-1 and go, oh, my God. And you got to watch Sam Darnold and those Seattle Seahawks get a win yesterday. They're 4-2. And now we got Justin Fields, who took 9 sacks, and the team had negative 10 yards passing.
Did they give some of the money back to the fans that were there in London? They should have.
They should give them free tickets to next week's game. And I don't even know who it is, but that's what they should do. All right, quick stat before I take a break. The AFC North, you might have seen this, Scooter, is 2-9 over the last 3 weeks. The Steelers are 2-0.
Yeah.
The Bengals, Browns, and Ravens are all 0-3.
Tell them, Scoot, it's over.
It's over.
We'll be back. Birthday's coming up. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage on the Big App. Birthdays on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. John, Tony, Scooter, final segment on this Monday.
I thought we were doing 3 hours.
M&M Cartage, well, Matt has to do a show.
Oh, he's got to do IU
I texted
today.
him, and he wouldn't let me bump his show.
The one day of the year he wants to do the show.
Okay. The M&M Cartage hotline's closed.
Shut it down.
There you go.
Game Day Men's Health text line still open, 414-1450. Buzz says, is someone with friends who are and were SEC officials? I don't believe there's a conspiracy.
This was for just the Cats.
And, that was for just the Cats. But here's what he said about the touchdown that the Lions scored that they brought back. When a quarterback goes under center, he must step back and establish himself as a back before he goes in motion. Goff went straight to motion from being under center. And
it was the right call.
And he did. I was watching it, but I didn't understand the rules.
Yeah, I had it the same way you did. I had the baseball game on.
That play was awesome.
So thank you, Buzz. He also says the Browns receivers aren't very good. Obviously, the Steelers are the class of the division, no doubt. Can we attribute the drops by Browns receivers to the opposite spin from a left-handed quarterback?
Oh,
well, they got to put Sanders in there. He's right-handed.
Fannin dropped that
Left-handed quarterbacks never work out. Ask Steve Young.
Buzz, I had the Browns in my mortal locks. We're 3-1, and guess who we lost on?
Yeah, mortal locks.
Fannin dropped
3-1.
passes. Come on, Browns.
Here's the barrel they went into, Scooter. Jets, Panthers, Browns, who obviously lost. Now, Chiefs, you're not going deep into the barrel for that.
We gave points in that.
But they got the Bears tonight, and I don't want to break your heart here, Tony. I like the Bears.
So to Scoot.
I like the Bears. 2 games tonight. We'll start with Buffalo at Atlanta. I'm going to go ahead and tell you Atlanta wins this game outright. They are now 3.5-point underdogs. 2-2. Here's what they do. They run the football, and Bills have trouble with teams that run the football. They will stack the box, and I think Michael Penix will have an opportunity to hit a couple of deep shots here tonight, and I think he's pretty good at that. ESPN 7:15, and then 8:15 on ABC, Chicago and Washington. You got Caleb Williams trying to prove that he should have been the number 1 pick, and Jaden Daniels trying to continue to prove that he should have been the number 1 pick. Williams trying to prove that he was right in being the number 1 pick. I think Caleb Williams wins that one tonight as well, even though Washington's a 5.5-point favorite.
So,
I'm going to take both dogs tonight.
You were talking about Atlanta, so you're taking the team that 2 weeks ago lost to Carolina 30-0.
Carolina's better than we thought. But 30-0, yeah, I am. I am taking the Falcons after a week off, by the way, to get ready for this game against Buffalo at home in Atlanta. So, NFL proves every week we don't know what the hell's going on.
They're professionals.
We don't know what's going on.
They get paid to play football.
Buccaneers are up. Jets are down. Colts are up. I don't know who to believe in. I really don't. Here's something we overlooked because of the James Franklin news. Trent Dilfer got fired this weekend. Did you see that?
UAB?
Head coach at UAB. It just wasn't getting done. And Trent Dilfer out at UAB. Didn't get the headline that the James Franklin news got, but here's a former world champion Super Bowl quarterback who
how do you win at a school that canceled their football program, brought their football program back? He should have stayed with the top 11 quarterback thing.
That's a great, yeah. And he had that thing going and rolling. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's do birthdays.
Oh, my gosh.
You're not on a roll anymore, Scott.
I'm just sitting here thinking about India.
I hope the camera's not on.
Hello, YouTube, to everybody. If Scooter closes his eyes, don't worry. He's just thinking about Elijah Surratt, right?
He's the man.
All right, birthdays. Sacha Baron Cohen is 54 today. Borat, you might know him as.
Oh, that's a dude.
He was also in Ricky Bobby.
I tried to watch that one time.
It's disturbing.
It was so disturbing, I turned it off.
There's a sequel. There's 2 of them. So
you would never get this.
But he was great in Talladega Nights as the gay French
I didn't
driver.
even realize that.
Yeah, that was him.
Perrier.
Pepe, or whatever it is.
Drove the
Perrier
car.
the car. Jean Girard. He's 54 today. He's also married to Isla Fisher from Wedding Crashers. So, well done him. Kelly Preston died of breast cancer 5 years ago. Former Mrs. John Travolta. She was in Jerry Maguire, if you'll remember. Born in the state in 1962. would have been 63 today.
She's a pretty woman.
She was pretty.
All right, Danny. Oh, let's go ahead and scooter meter her, even though she passed away.
I mean, well,
Sorry, I forgot scooter meter.
out of respect, I've got to give her a 4.5.
If you saw the scene in Jerry Maguire, you might give her a 5.5. All right, Danny Lloyd. You know who Danny Lloyd is, Tony?
Nope.
Red Rum. The kid from The Shining. Which, by the way, when I got up to take my wife to the airport this morning at 5:30, The Shining was on HBO drama. And I was watching it, not knowing it was Danny Lloyd's birthday. He's 53 today. The little kid from The Shining is 53 today. That was on today. You ever seen The Shining,
No,
Scooter?
I'm not a scary movie guy.
Watch it in a dark room, and you won't sleep that
I'm
night.
good.
So you're not going to watch that one they've been showing, Black Booth or whatever, too?
I don't do scary movies.
Yeah, I don't either very much.
I used to.
Halloween is about as far as I'll go.
Yeah, I saw The Exorcist back in the day and some of them, but I don't watch them anymore.
Caleb McLaughlin is 24. You know who that is?
I know who Sarah is.
Caleb is the one of the kids in Stranger Things.
Okay.
The African-American kid.
One of the grown-ups in it.
One of the grown-ups.
Coming out.
Well, he's 24, so he's not a kid anymore. Kate Walsh, 58, Grey's Anatomy. Scooter, you want to play Kate Walsh?
Yeah.
Very attractive.
I'd play Kate Walsh. Yeah.
You want to play the game with Kate Walsh. Matt Walsh, no relation.
I like it.
No relation. Matt Walsh is a character actor, 61. He's one of those guys, you don't know his name, but you know who he is.
Didn't he play for Florida?
He was in Ted. He was in Old School. He was the doctor in not Old School.
He was the boss.
The
in Ted.
Hangover. He was a boss in Ted.
Yeah.
He was in The Hangover. He was the doctor who they went to see.
I know who he is now.
Yeah, he's in all of these funny movies. He was in Old School, one of the guys that wanted to be in the fraternity that worked with Luke Wilson. If you see Matt Walsh, you immediately know who he is. 61 today. Ashanti is 45, singer, songwriter. She was also in Remember the Titans.
5.
5, yeah. I thought he might go 5 on Ashanti.
I like Ashanti.
Paul Simon is 84, Simon and Garfunkel fame. Sammy Hagar, Tony, the Red
Rocker, baby.
The Red Rocker is 78 today.
Cabo Wabo. Love to be there.
Speaking of crazy singers, Marie Osmond, 66 today. Scooter, you want to do a little Marie Osmond?
No,
I don't mean it that way. You want to rate Marie Osmond?
Be careful there, John. He already said he'd do.
66.
I mean, back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, she was the girl next door.
Solid 4.
Yeah, solid.
Back in the day.
All right, sports-wise, Jerry Rice, greatest receiver in NFL history, 63 today.
5 is a receiver.
Yeah, he's a 5 as a receiver. He might be a 10. Brian Dawkins, former defensive back for the Eagles, 52. Ryan Clark, is he a former Steeler?
Ryan Clark? Yeah.
He's 46 today.
He play at Louisville?
No, but he's on ESPN.
Okay.
A lot.
I was thinking that.
He played for LSU.
Paul Pierce is 48 today, one of the triplets for the world champion Celtics. Jermaine O'Neal, he was involved in the Malice at the Palace, right? He's 47. Cam Thomas, 24 today.
Who just went to the Pacers, right?
I was gonna say, who's
He was a
playing
former
for?
He was with Brooklyn last year.
He was good at Brooklyn.
He still is with I can't remember who the Pacers got.
Yeah, he was Brooklyn net. 24. Doc Rivers, 64 today, former player and, of course, championship coach with the Celtics.
Coached everybody in the league, hadn't he?
He has coached just about everybody in the league. DJ Burns Jr. is 25 today. He had that run with NC State.
He's a big boy.
Big old left-handed dude that I guess NFL teams kind of recruited him as well.
He didn't play for Kentucky. They had La Familia had a different DJ.
It was a different
but he did play in the. I can't remember who he played for. He played in the.
He is now with the Goyang Sono Skyrunners.
Oh,
hey, what's the spread? Who they play next? What's the spread? Derek Harper Sr., 64 today. He played at Rutgers before his boy played at Rutgers, and he was a former New York Knickerbocker. It wasn't a good day yesterday, and I don't know how many more good days he's got left. Jerry Jones is 83 today.
hold on.
Cowboys owner.
I thought Ron Harper.
Oh, you're right. Derek Harper did play for the Knicks, though. He's 64. Okay. You're right. Derek Harper Sr.
I was sitting here going.
There may not be a Derek Harper Jr. You're right. Jerry Jones, 83 today. Another Dallas loss on his resume.
How about them Cowboys?
Former NBA coach Del Harris is 88.
Got the hair.
He always has had the hair. Reggie Theus, former coach.
He had the hair,
UNLV
too.
player. He's 68. The ladies love
Lady
him.
loves some
Theus.
Reggie.
Former Boise football coach Chris Peterson is 81 today, former Washington coach as well. And MLB closer and Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman, 58 today. Those are your birthdays. All right, baseball last night. Seattle beat Toronto 3-1. The big dumper had another homer. That was game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Seattle, I give them credit, man. They had a 15-inning game Saturday night, Tony, that they
Friday
won.
night.
Friday night.
That was so fun.
And then they had to travel. They had travel issues. They get to Toronto, and they somehow win that game. Polanco, a couple RBIs. Bryce Miller, 6 innings and 2 hits, including a leadoff homer from George Springer, but that's all Toronto got.
You have to talk about Miller, how good he was.
He was
coming
awesome.
On short rest and everything else. They'd used their pitching staff, and he saved them by pitching that well.
Well, and how about the Mariners even getting to this stage because of horrible management? Why the Tigers took Skubal out after 6 on Friday, have no idea.
Well, we were doing a football game.
I didn't really get
By
it.
the time I got
99
home, it
pitches.
was the 11th inning.
He had thrown 99 pitches, 13 strikeouts, allowed 2 hits, and they took him out.
He's so good.
Well, I don't know.
How do you lose 2 games when Skubal pitches?
They did it in a 5-game series, and Seattle moved on. Game 2 today at 5:03, first pitch.
Yeah.
Logan Gilbert for the Mariners and Trey Yesavage for the rookie for the Blue Jays tonight. That'll be on Fox. And at 8:08 or 8:03, I'm not sure. I can't
8:08.
Can't read my writing. The Dodgers in Milwaukee start the National League Championship Series. Blake Snell been great in the postseason. He's 2-0 against Jose Quintana. Will start against the Dodgers.
And ladies and gentlemen, John
TBS.
Spears could lock up
Yeah.
his bet if he can get the Brewers and the Mariners. In the
Milwaukee 6-0 against the Dodgers this year.
Yeah, out there an underdog at home.
Just for the record. Thanks for listening. Back at it tomorrow. Matt Dennison is next. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. Big X.